everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Penny. I am a master esthetician in Portland, Oregon. I'm excited that you're all here today because we are going to talk about vitamin C. In today's video, I wanted to break down 4 different kinds of vitamin C and why I think you should really consider, based on your primary skin concern, a different type of vitamin C than just good old L-ascorbic acid. We're going to talk about L-ascorbic acid today, but we are going to break down 3 different vitamin C derivatives that each are a superstar in their own right in the fight against hyperpigmentation, acne, or overall aging. Number 1, you need to understand the pH of your own skin. Now, we have something called an acid mantle. That is comprised of sebum, which is free fatty acids, mixed with lactic and amino acids. Now, that makes this kind of film on our skin that helps to protect us against things like bacteria overgrowing. And when that acid mantle gets out of whack, that's how we can have acne breakouts and other problems can arise. When it comes to vitamin C, we have 4 different kinds we're going to talk about today. First of all, it's really important that you understand the pH of the vitamin C that you are choosing. Now, the reason for that is pH affects its stability, it's going to affect its irritancy, and it's also going to affect its shelf life. So if you understand those things, you kind of can make an informed decision. So first of all, we have L-ascorbic acid. That's the one that's in the Skinceutical CE Ferulic, that's in the Drmtlgy, that's in the Timeless CE Ferulic, that's also in the Paula's Choice C15. That is L-ascorbic acid, and it comes in various percentages. You always want to look for a percentage between 10 and 20%. And you always want to look for it to be a pH of 2 to 3.5. The closer you get down to 2, the more irritating that L-ascorbic acid is going to be. And if you go over 3.5 pH, that L-ascorbic acid is not going to work for you. Those are the important things to know about L-ascorbic acid. Very important to know the pH. Now, when it comes to the derivatives, each one of these derivatives has a skin issue that it is best suited to treat. So first we're going to talk about sodium ascorbyl phosphate. Now, this one is pretty cool because its pH is super stable. It sits at a pH of 6 to 7. So that is right up in neutral pH. Very stable. The cool thing about sodium ascorbyl phosphate is that it is, get this, amazingly antimicrobial, which means that it is going to help greatly with acne. The other thing about sodium ascorbyl phosphate is that it helps to reduce sebum oxidation. Now, sebum oxidation is a big contributor to acne. So if you are someone who suffers from acne, you may want to look into sodium ascorbyl phosphate instead of L-ascorbic acid or any of the others, because that one is going to be the vitamin C that not only brightens your skin, helps with glow, fights off hyperpigmentation, helps with collagen synthesis, but it also helps fight your acne. So do you see why that's the one that you would choose if you have acne? The derivative that we're going to talk about is MAP vitamin C. That is magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. If you are somebody who suffers from hyperpigmentation, melasma, you've got old photo damage that's resulted in sunspots and brown spots, the magnesium ascorbyl phosphate is the best choice for you. It is stable. It has a pH of 5.5 to about 7, long shelf life, very low irritation, but because there's that addition of magnesium, it helps to block melanin better than other forms of vitamin C. So if you are looking to get rid of some of your hyperpigmentation, then the choice of vitamin C is a great choice. It helps to, block melanin, it helps to brighten your skin, it helps to, boost your sunscreen efficacy. But if you choose magnesium ascorbyl phosphate, you get all of that, but you get extra melanin blocking. So you get better, pigment inhibiting. So you can see why, if that is your main skincare concern, then that's the vitamin C that you might want to test out. Now, the last kind of skincare concern we're going to talk about is general overall aging. And I know that kind of is a broad term, but if your main concern is everything, you are, you've got fine lines, maybe you have some wrinkles, maybe you have some laxity, you're concerned about, your collagen production is slowing down, then there's two ways you can go. You can either go with the gold standard of L-ascorbic acid. It is the most researched and it's the most well-known anti-aging version of vitamin C. Now, what you need to know about that one is that you have to keep it in that parameter of 2 to 3.5 pH, super important, and you always want to find it in a cocktail of ferulic acid and also vitamin E. That together is like the Skinceutical CE Ferulic and all the other vitamin C's that I listed. That is the gold standard of vitamin C. The problem with that one is it is the least stable and it has the lowest shelf life. So you have to take all of that into consideration. If you are someone who gets through your vitamin C, you have no irritation from L-ascorbic acid, and you want to go with the most tried and true, the most researched, then that's the way to go. You should choose L-ascorbic acid mixed with vitamin E and ferulic acid. If you are somebody who gets a little bit irritated, but aging is your main concern, then you may want to check out tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate. Now, that one is oil soluble, so it is different than all the other vitamin C's that we have talked about. Has a very, very stable pH, and it has a super long shelf life with very low irritation. Now, we will back up and remember what I told you about that acid mantle that is comprised of our sebum and the lactic and amino acids. Well, that's an oil barrier, right? Tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate is oil soluble, so theoretically, that is able to penetrate that barrier better than any of the other vitamin C's that we have talked about to deliver the vitamin C where it needs to go and do all of those wonderful anti-aging things like blocking pigment and, helping with collagen production and helping to boost our protection from photo damage. So tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate, that's a mouthful, I tell you guys. That is the derivative that I would say I would choose if you are someone who has a problem with L-ascorbic acid and irritation, or you just don't get through your products as fast as you should. Try the THD. It is so stable and it is an anti-aging powerhouse. So those are the two versions of vitamin C that I would say I would either choose one of those if general anti-aging is your main concern. So hopefully, to wrap this up, you can see that if your main concern is acne, you know what you're choosing. You're choosing that sodium ascorbyl phosphate. If your main concern is hyperpigmentation, look into magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. If you are looking to overall be aging, break it up. Are you somebody who gets irritated by vitamin C? Are you somebody who doesn't use up your products very fast? Then you should probably go with the THD. If you are somebody who gets through your products, you don't have any irritation problems, and you want to go with the tried and true, you go with L-ascorbic acid. This is how you can choose the right vitamin C based on your individual skincare concern and based on what you're trying to get out of vitamin C. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it cleared a few things up. There's so many things on the market when it comes to vitamin C. There's over 20 derivatives that I know that it can get very, very overwhelming. But when you break it down into small, digestible pieces of information and you address a specific skincare concern, you can figure out exactly the type of vitamin C that you need to choose. Let me know in the comments what you guys are using for vitamin C. Let me know if this helped you. And also let me know if you'd like dedicated videos on the different derivatives. I'm happy to do that. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.